Good morning, LEC community. Thank you so much for being here with us for our part 2 of this year's edition of the Virtual Career Fair. My name is Susana Elizaradas, and I am part of the team here at the Latinx Education Collaborative. We are working to create the conditions necessary for Latino student advancement, and we know that part of that work is ensuring that all schools have Latino representation in their schools. I may or may not have gone to the Bad Bunny concert on Tuesday, so my voice is a little iffy, but we're going to make it work. We're going to make it happen. We know we have educators that are going to be watching us live today who are looking for their next opportunity. Before we jump into our first school, I did want to mention our annual reports. If you haven't gotten an opportunity to take a peek at this, go to our website, check out one of our most recent newsletters, and you will get to see, all of the impact that we made in 2023. We would love to hear your feedback about our annual report. And if we go to the next slide, you will also see this link pop up today, because if there's something you see today during our event or something that we could be doing better, or just any comments that you have, please feel free to head over to leckc.org/survey2024 or scan that QR code. We would love to hear from you. Without further ado, I'm really excited to bring on our first school of the day, our first school district. We are here with the administration team from Brookside Charter School and lots of their folks who support our mission and who we've been great friends with over the years. Come on up, Brookside Charter Schools. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
I love that you all always come deep. You all always come with a team because of how passionate I know that your team is for this work. If you all want to take a second and go around the room and let us know who's with us.
Yes, so I'll start off. My name's Angelica Redmond, and I am a ELL teacher here, and I have been here for about 5 years now. So, and I love it. Please come join us. Go ahead.
I'll go back here. Hi, I'm Celia Bigger. I am a first grade teacher. This is my first official year in the classroom, so I'm just excited to be here.
Great. I'm Roger Rodriguez. I'm the assistant principal on the elementary side. This is my first year at Brookside Charter School. Really enjoying being here, and I'm learning as much as I can from my colleagues and the students.
Okay, I'm Valerie Tucker. I'm the cultural competence consultant, and I've been here 6 years, and I work with both elementary and middle school teachers.
Perfect. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here this morning. We're going to go ahead and kick it off with your all's PowerPoint. If you all want to get started telling us a little bit about Brookside Charter School, if you want to go to the next slide.
Yes. So we have currently about 715 students and about 140 staff members. Our ratio, teacher to student ratio is 1:15, with 97% of students of color, 51% staff of color, and 20 SPED. And we have been open since 1956. So this is 21 years as a charter school for us.
Nice. You all have several different kind of buildings or schools or components to the school, right? So start us off with your primary school.
Yeah, so I'll go speak on primary school. So being that we have a pre-K all the way through second grade for primary, well, would that be through fifth? Second grade, yeah. Second grade about. We have in each of those classrooms, we have a co-teaching model. We have everyday morning meetings. We do SEL things within those morning meetings, which is absolutely amazing. We get to work with the kids, see how they're feeling throughout the day, and kind of see where we're going to take them throughout the day. See if we can either lift them up or bring them back wherever we need to do. We love a play-based learning model. So anything to do with having the kids in centers, anything to do with project-based learning, we love having them hands-on exactly where they need to be so that they can see it before they actually like have to write it down. Then we also do a lot of small group learning and individualized programs. So we try our very best to break up into small groups whenever we can. For me personally, my class does it about 3 times a day, which is awesome. And then we also have 2 different programs that the kids are on for their math and reading, which is amazing because it kind of takes them at the pace that they need to be at. But it's also paired up with whatever we're doing in the classroom at that time, which is awesome. One thing that I will praise about, we have a 2 recess model. So for us, we go outside twice a day, get all the sunshine, get all the energy out, lets us come back into the classroom, get a little more focused because they're not as wiggly and doing a little squirrely stuff that they do as kids. But it's awesome because we get all of these things in order to lead the way, which leads us into Project Lead the Way. We do a whole bunch of different project-based learning here, which goes into the small groups. They get hands-on experiences, all those different things.
One of the things I really love about Brookside, and I've loved throughout the years watching you all grow and shift, is that you all are very much research-based, right? We know that kiddos at this age really need more time outside, more time wiggling their bodies. And so implementing things like the 2 recesses, not just that, right? The play-based learning. We know that kiddos at this age learn best by being hands-on, playing, taking turns, right? And so I very much appreciate that about Brookside. Thank you so much for speaking on that. Let's go on to the intermediate side of things. What does that look like?
Okay, so on the intermediate side of the building, that would include 3rd and 4th grades. We also follow a co-teaching model, so there's 2 teachers in every classroom. Sometimes those teachers can do a mirror model when teaching. Some deliver whole group, and then the co-teacher may be teaching small groups. In these classrooms, there are a lot of small group work also being done. Teachers are meeting with their different groups and the different levels daily, and that's able to happen because of the co-teaching model. We also follow a morning meeting curriculum, and it's aligned with our SEL focus and different data that we collect from students, and just behaviors that we're seeing that they have on a daily basis. We make sure that most of the work that we're doing is developmentally appropriate, as you alluded to earlier, because we base a lot of our practices on research. We are a restorative practice, trauma informed school. So, we're constantly looking and trying to be innovative in ways that we can support students and all of their needs, not just academic needs. We have a bunch of individualized programs to cater to each student and their individual needs. And hopefully, they can show their individuality and not, just follow the same system that other students will be following. And also, like our primary campus, we follow Project Lead the Way in classrooms, and we do a lot of project-based learning. We also follow the Project Lead the Way curriculum in our STEAM class, which is a special that all students get at Brookside Charter School. So we're in a good place, and we're moving in the right direction, and we're doing a lot of good things. So I just think we have to keep on working because the work is never done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's for sure. Thank you all for talking a little bit about the intermediate school. Now, the last kind of part of your school is the upper school, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, in our upper school, good morning. Our upper school continues with the idea of having our morning meetings each day, our electives. We also have more activities, clubs, as well as athletics for young people. We have community circles. We too have individualized programs for students, and we also focus on high school readiness. Now, we do not have a team teaching model, but we do have a low pupil teacher ratio. Our ratio is about 13, 14 to 1, which is pretty low for middle school. Now, our middle school goes from 5th through 8th grade. 5th grade is sort of a modified middle school in the sense that they're still elementary, but they go through a rigorous where they change teachers and they're getting acclimated for middle school, but they still are treated as elementary students. They still have things like recess and things like that. Now, our 6th through 8th grade is really strictly middle school. And I currently, even though I'm a consultant here, I do teach a class in middle school. And I don't know, it's just really wonderful watching children this age grow and begin to, we try to get them to develop voice. We do a lot of things that focus on things like debate and having the students begin to get more intellectual and doing more research and learning how to cite properly and how to use the internet properly. So, it's typically, but we have very few, what I would say, discipline problems. And I think this is very important, particularly for middle school, because since we are trauma informed and we are, we really work to support the student, we're not having so many out of school days. Children are not suspended at a high rate. I'm not saying we don't have suspensions, but it is a last resort. It is not a go-to type method. And we believe that children can learn best in school. So that's sort of what we have there, unless you have questions.
No, I actually, this is my favorite age group. I was a 6th grade teacher. And so I know that the way that you all do things at Brookside, really encouraging kind of that leadership and having kiddos, take ownership of their behavior and of their performance, leads me right into the next section. You all have the Leader in Me there at Brookside Charter School. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we follow the Leader in Me model here at Brookside Charter School, which basically just alludes to that anybody can be a leader, not just the leadership at the school, not just the principals and assistant principals, teachers, students. They align with 4 disciplines just to kind of remember and follow on a daily basis, and things that can just help guide you throughout life, really. And that's what we really trying to instill in students, that it extends past just the 4 walls and the years that you're formally in school. One of the disciplines that we follow is focus on our widely important goals. So every year we establishing a new widely important goal, or possibly building on what we did the previous year and just trying to set up proficiencies to where we can meet that goal. And we have achievable steps that are easy to kind of identify and build up to where we can get to our bigger goal. We also, discipline 2 states that we act on lead measures. So we make sure that we are tracking data, make sure that students are meeting outcomes, we are meeting with students and offering interventions wherever we can, and we're constantly just looking at ways that we can serve students better than we currently are. We also follows keeping a compelling scoreboard. So displaying data, not embarrassing students, but displaying data, letting them take ownership in their work, letting them see, hey, this is the growth that I've made. This is the growth that some of my peers are making, and hopefully it motivates them to want to take those steps to where they're achieving the necessary growth that they want. And then also our last discipline would follow creating a cadence of accountability. So just, everybody's being held accountable. Everybody has high expectations. Teachers are having high expectations within their teams. We're coaching teachers up, our, first, second, third year teachers, making sure that they have what they need to be able to be successful in this career field.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know that you all are a lighthouse school. Is that right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, so that also speaks to your all's commitment to this program. Can you all describe for us a little bit what being a lighthouse school means?
Dr. Tucker, you
I'm
want to expand
sorry.
on that a little
But
bit?
it means that we're meeting all of our criteria. We're not just talking about Leader in Me, we're following all the set criteria and showing exceptional progress in all of those areas. And one of the things we think I find most distinctive about this is that we, like other schools, we don't have a quote gifted and talented program because we don't want to segregate children like that, because we do believe that all children are gifted. And it's up to us to do a little mining and find out what those gifts are and help children expand and develop in those areas. And so we're very, very committed to this. Our children are trained in it as well as our teachers, and we stay updated in it and continue to work with it on a daily basis. It's very important to us that all students be leaders. We're not raising followers, we're raising leaders.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of, your all commitment to this, that has to do with the staff, right? So
Yes.
lastly, tell us a little bit about what your staff looks like statistics wise, but also what that community looks like.
Yeah. Okay. So our staff follows, as you know, with most of the staff in a co-teaching model, a collaborative model where we're constantly working and to be better and bring up our colleagues, and we're looking at data and we're analyzing. We're in data team meetings weekly, analyzing the data that we're receiving and making adjustments to our teaching and learning. We have a great instructional coaching team that is in classrooms every day that have a number of coaching cycles on their caseload where they're meeting with teachers, they're giving them feedback, they're identifying wanted practices, they're trying to work on things that they know that they are lacking in. We also have a number of action teams at the school, and these are to address like different aspects of education that might not be academic. We have a social justice league, which focuses on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and trying to bring those type of events to the school. We also have our trauma-informed care team, which is constantly looking at ways that we can be innovative to serve students and making sure that their mental health is intact. We strive to make sure that our work is anti-biased and anti-racist, and that is focusing on the whole child, like we alluded to earlier. So that's why a good deal of our focus is on SEL work, just as much as academic work. If you take a look at the graphs below, a lot of our staff, we retain a lot of our staff, which is a good thing. It's a testament to the culture here. It's a testament to the leadership, that people want to be here. People want to work here. People want to work here for 5, 10, 15 years. And that's something that we can all be proud of. Like stated earlier, we have about a 51% split in race, and we do have good representation for students to see themselves, because our student body population we serve is primarily African American. So we do have good representation in place for the students to be able to see themselves and strive for some of the things that they see in their teachers and their leaders.
And just another thing I'd like to add to that, on our anti-bias, anti-racist track, we've also audited and continue to audit both our curricular activities as well as our library. And I'm very, very proud of our library. Over the last 5 years, our library is nearly completely anti-bias and anti-racist. And we don't just focus on just the African American child, but introducing our children to all peoples, or as many peoples as we can crowd in. And so that is something that I took a lot of effort in doing that to help go through. I personally audited the curricula to make sure that it was anti-bias, anti-racist. And in some cases, if on the rare cases we've used textbooks, I actually have created guides to go along with the textbook to help the teachers learn that they can mitigate some of the newer textbooks are not actually racist. They're just void of race. Period. They just don't even bring it up. So uh,
Mm,
we try to augment those things.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
to add to that too, I also want to say that our Latin population is a little, smaller, but we are growing,
Mhm.
and we also cater to our Latin students. We also have a like a club, that we put different events like throughout the year too, to also make them feel like they belong, make them feel included. We have one also as far as too, like where you come in, we have banners and stuff in Spanish to make them feel welcome. We also have a wall where we have different Latin leaders, so they could see, for all of us to be able to see, and also, also to inspire kids, if they see something like that, like if they could do it, I could do it too, so yes.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though
We we appreciate all of that. We appreciate the hard work that you all are doing to ensure that representation is included in Brookside community. What if someone is listening right now and they are interested in applying, interested in becoming a part of your community? What should they do?
Come on.
Come on, go to our website, brooksidecharter.com or .org. I'm sorry, .org. And we do have listenings there. Just come on, and we're waiting for you.
Yeah, and if anyone listening is interested in an opening there, there's the website on our screen. It's in the comments. But feel free to reach out to us as an organization. We're happy to put you in touch with the team. We're consistently in touch with the team over there. And so if you are wanting to get in touch with Brookside, let us know. Staff, anything else? Any other thoughts before we hop off?
Just thank you for letting us
this was
be
a
here
wonderful
today.
opportunity. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes,
Of
thank
course.
you.
We always appreciate your all's commitment to this work. Thank you so much for being with us. See you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, everyone. We have heard from our first school district of the day, Brookside Charter Schools. As I mentioned, if you're interested, head to the comments and click their link, brooksidecharter.org/careers. Feel free to reach out to us and let us know if you'd like to get in touch with them. As mentioned earlier, we'd love to hear your feedback. If there's things about this morning and our event this year that could be better, or just some comments that you have, leckc.org/survey 2024. Feel free to also scan the QR code. Today's a little unique because we have a break here until after the noon hour. We're coming back at about 12:15, 12:30 with some more school districts for you to hear from. Of course, we always want to ensure that we are on the schedule of the schools, and what works next is afternoon. So if you are with us here this morning, we're going to take a break and we will see you very soon. Thanks for being with us today.